Black Friday is nearly upon us. Things go online from midnight. What are the sort of different types of scams? If you can give us some idea of how people can be duped this Black Friday, especially those online.
Yeah, I guess there's a couple of things that people need to look out for. You know, the most common is an email that says, here's these great specials, click on this link, take you to the website, and you can buy these things. The problem with that is that it's very easy to create a fake website, capture your credentials, like your username and password, or worst case scenario, your credit card. And the problem with that is then those scammers then use it for other websites where you may have used the same username and password.
Okay, and I'm also looking at just, what else has come out, saying that we've been told to make certain checks. We've been told to look for certain things that would make a website legitimate, like you say. But it always seems like the fraudsters are a step ahead of us. So what do we need to do? What do we need to do to make sure that where we are shopping online is a legitimate place? What would tell us?
It's a great question. I think the challenge that most shoppers face over Black Friday is that all the things that we tell people to look out for, like the little padlock at the top corner of the website, and look out for things that are too good to be true. The problem with Black Friday, that's exactly what it is.
And I was just going to say, because things are going to be dirt cheap, how are you going to know now that this is too good?
100%. So we know that emails are often the most targeted attack form. So what we advise people to do is don't click on the link in the email. If you see an email that comes in and promises you that amazing TV that usually costs 50,000 Rand for 500 Rand, rather go directly to the website, type it in and look for it. If it's that good, it probably isn't true, but at least don't rely on the email as your source of the truth. Rather go directly to the retailer, and of which there's many. Yeah. I think Black Friday this year, last year it increased by 2,500% just in South Africa. Wow. So this year it's going to be even bigger.
So you say go to those, so go to the reputable ones. Don't just fall for anybody who says, look, you don't know us, but we are having these specials. So that's really point number one, yeah. or sign number one.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Black Friday is Christmas for hackers.
Yeah.
So it's the festive season, it's the silly season. People are stressed that there's all this hype around it, so people want to get there really quickly. So it's easy to click on the link, it's easy to open up the attachment. Spend that extra couple of seconds just to go to the website directly, or worst case scenario, go to the store if you're willing to brave the crowds, yeah. Or at least phone them to verify that it's real.
So what are the other sort of security advice that still applies? I mean, you say don't click on links with emails, but there are a couple others like when it comes to passwords and things like that. Just educate us a little bit about. I mean, we all know, yes, we shouldn't do those ones.
So it's the age-old saying, don't use password 123 as your password.
Yes.
What we often advise particular people during Black Friday is create a new username and password. Create
for
an email
Black
address.
Friday.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Don't use your business email. Don't use your personal
and don't
email.
use Black Friday in it. Okay.
So your password shouldn't be Black Friday. Yeah. 100%.
Okay. And just in terms of if you think that you've been duped, if you think maybe you've just clicked on that thing and you go, oh, but I really didn't do this. Is there any way to come back from that, or you just got to hope for the best that this was not?
Again, great question. I think people need to be vigilant.
Yeah.
I think particularly if they suspect that they have been compromised,
yeah.
they need to think, is it a work machine, is it a home machine? If
yeah.
it is a work machine, let your IT department know ASAP, because the problem is you may do it in your personal capacity, but it affects your business. If you think your credit card has been compromised, phone your bank immediately. Rather stop it. It's painful, it's irritating, but rather go through that pain than lose the money as a result of some of the actions.
Because it's not going to stop at just what they took from you now. They're probably going to continue taking if they actually do have
exactly.
have your thing. So have all your details. So all right. So just a final word of just the absolutes, because people are going to be in such a rush. They're going to want to just shop and make sure that they get these things, because there will be limited numbers of things.
Yes.
So just a final sort of point form for us, Nick, if you can, just the do's and the don'ts.
So I think create a new account, I think, is the starting point. Be vigilant. Don't just click on the link. Go to that website. Think about what the website is saying. Is it a legitimate site? So is it takealot.com, or is it gmail.com/takealot?
Yeah.
So I think it's really just people need to, during the stressful times, during the rush, take a couple of seconds just to think about it.
Okay, and if it looks too good to be true, well, it sometimes might be, but if it's too good to be true, then it might.
It probably is.
Then you're being driven. Okay, all right. So it's common sense most of the time, but so often common sense is not very common. Thank you very much, Nick Saunders from Mimecast.